So you've been involved in a car accident. Now what do you do? Well, auto accidents can be traumatic experiences, especially if you've been injured. All too often, accident victims are in shock, confused, injured, and they just don't know what to do. So in this video, we're going to give you a couple important steps to take if you're ever involved in an auto accident. Now, you've been involved in a car wreck. Chances are you and your vehicle may still be on or near the public road where the accident occurred. And that means you may be at risk of being struck by other traffic. So think safety, number one. And if necessary, move to a safe place before dealing with any of the post-accident processes that I'm going to talk about. The next thing you should do is, once the dust settles and your heart stops racing from the anxiety of what you just encountered, and you know that you're out of harm's way, dial 911. And when the 911 operator answers, if you feel you need an operator, you make sure you tell them. Next, you want to get the police involved. It's very important. Tensions are often very, very high at the scene of a crash, as are anxiety levels for the individuals involved. So when a uniformed police officer shows up, it often has a calming effect, aside from the obvious benefit of information gathering. Police investigations can be very important to your injury claim. Officers are trained to get important information and documentation, which can always be valuable when you're prosecuting a claim. Make sure you tell the officer your version of what happened, and ask any witnesses that were involved or that saw the accident to stick around to talk to the police officer to tell them their version of what happened as well. Now, documenting information and evidence is always critical when pursuing a claim for injuries following a crash. One of the most important and useful tools you probably already have in your possession is your camera phone. If you're able to safely take photographs of the vehicles and the surrounding area, especially if you can do it before moving the vehicles from the scene of the crash, take as many as you can. The positioning of the vehicles, property damage on the cars, these things can often be very important when proving liability and damages from a car wreck. Additionally, you need to document the identity of the other drivers involved. So ask them to see a copy of their driver's license and their insurance card, and take pictures with your camera phone. Take photographs of their license plates, the damage on the vehicles, and anything else that looks important. This way, you'll have the necessary documentation to prove who was involved, where the vehicles ended up, and what some of the damage was. Between the photographs you take and the information you write down, you have to make sure you get the following information, because this is all very, very important. You want the name of the other drivers, their address, their phone number, email address if you can get it, insurance company, policy number, license plate, and a picture of that driver's license, which will have a lot of the information I just listed. Now, many accident cases turn out to be a he said, she said battle. It's your version versus the other guy or the other woman's version. So when there are witnesses to a collision, they can be critically important to making and sometimes breaking your case. The truth will get flushed out eventually, so let's find out sooner rather than later. Make sure you ask any witnesses to stick around at the scene and share their contact information. Now, once again, get their name, their address, their telephone number, and their email address if you can. If you, your passengers, or anybody else at the accident scene appears to be hurt, it's really important to get the ambulance. Call 911 to report your crash and tell the operator that you need an ambulance immediately. Now, once the paramedics examine you at the scene, you can then make a decision, intelligent and informed, whether or not you should go directly to the hospital or you want to make the decision to go home. You should never just assume that your physical pain will simply go away when you go home. Injuries don't always fully manifest themselves at the scene. That stinging pain in your shoulder that's running down your arm or maybe down your leg, that could be a lumbar disc or a herniated cervical disc. You really should not wait. Not only will you delay in your treatment and potentially compromise your overall ability to recover and rehabilitate yourself from your injuries, that delay in treatment will frequently be used by the at-fault driver's insurance carrier to contest and maybe even deny your claim. And trust me, there's no benefit to giving the insurance company a reason to deny your claim. Now, frequently, because of the adrenaline rush following a crash and the delayed onset of symptoms, people really don't even actually realize that they've been injured. At least not until maybe the next day or two after a crash. And if this happens to you, seek medical attention as soon as you can, both for your health and for the viability of your claim. Remember, gaps in your medical treatment can create the impression that that treatment is really unrelated to the accident, and it will be a basis for the carrier to delay or deny your claim. If you have automobile insurance, which you should since it's the law in the state of Illinois, make sure that you report your accident to your insurance company as soon as possible. This will be important for you to preserve your own benefits under your own insurance policy. Now, assuming that you have full coverage on your vehicle, you can, at least initially, rely on your own insurance company to pay for your car repairs, your towing charges, get some of your medical bills paid, and to preserve a claim for uninsured motorists in the event that the other driver didn't have a valid insurance policy at the time of the crash. What else should you do if you're involved in an automobile accident? Well, you should hire a team of really experienced and dedicated trial lawyers to fight for you. Taking on the insurance companies is never an easy task, and in order to protect your legal rights and maximize the value of your claim for medical bills, lost earnings, pain, suffering, and disability, you should call GWC. Put Chicago's largest personal injury firm to work for you and your family. At GWC, our trial lawyers prosecute a wide variety of injury cases, including auto accidents, construction accidents, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, dog bites, workers' compensation, defective medical devices and pharmaceutical products, and many, many more. So if you or a loved one has been injured, or your family has suffered a fatal loss due to the negligence of some other person or company, contact our office for a free legal consultation with one of our experienced trial lawyers. Thanks for watching our video. Please visit us on the web at gwclaw.com and check out some of our other informative videos on our YouTube channel. And remember, at GWC, we never get paid unless and until you get paid. GWC. Justice starts today.